Everything matters when it comes to your career. Every single thing matters. And this is not a case of sweating small details or not. This is just you being intentional about how you approach every single interaction via email, in chats with people, on your tasks, on your projects, even as small as choosing to work from the office or work from home. Every single thing matters when it comes to your career. And I want that to ring for you time and time again. And this is because the culmination of everything I'm going to say to you today, if you fit everything in together, you'll begin to see that decisions are made off the back of your actions or your inactions. So this is going to be slightly a bit all over the place, but I want you to pay attention to this, okay? Now, first off, you want to be careful how you're perceived, okay? Because I know for real, perception is reality. So I want you to understand that how you're perceived matters, okay? And I want you to be careful and invest in being perceived as the brilliant, exceptional performer that you are, okay? Now, it is not what is being said in front of you that matters. And that's why you need to invest in your perceived value. It is not what is being said in front of you. It's not what people are saying to you right now that matters. It is what is being said in those rooms where you are not present. So the question is, how then do you know what is being said about you if you're not in those rooms? That is why your relationship with people matter. And I've done a video about leveraging people for results and the framework around using people to get the results that you want. If you build meaningful relationships with people, it's just normal. It will come to you easily and you would know where you stand in an organization and what is being said about you and what their thoughts are about you. Okay? Now, you cannot manage all of this 100%, but by your daily actions, you can choose where you align. Okay, by your daily actions. If you are, for instance, complaining less and you're more enthusiastic and you're delivering the results you need to deliver per your work, you're most likely going to be staying somewhere around, most likely going to be fine, okay? So I want you to be intentional about the brand that you create for yourself. So when people chat with you, work with you, what do they stand to gain? What do they stand to get? Okay, you want to think about that. And through your daily tasks, you want to make sure that people see your brilliance. Okay, so, and the way I see skills really is this: everything you can do that makes you turn in the results of your work is a skill. If you're able to do it well, it means you've got that skill, and then that's fine, right? If there are things that you also need to do it better than you're currently doing right now, those are skills as well, probably that you need to learn so that you can do your work better. So if you think about that, investing in your career matters. Your technical knowledge in your career matters. So such that you can build enough skill to continue to churn out quality work that you do. Okay. Now, if you do your work well enough and you can talk about the work that you do well enough, it is almost impossible for you to be seen as not a top performer. You do your work well enough, you can talk about it well enough, and you turn your project in as quickly as you can, it's just normal for you to continue to be rated high on your job. Okay? So think about that. Doing your work well, your intrinsic value, turning it on time when it comes to time value of your work, and then being able to talk about it, which leads to you the perceived value of your work. Okay? Do not be comfortable with people talking on your behalf. Leaders lead from the front. So I need you to step onto the platform and lead from there. If you're comfortable with, even if it means is your immediate boss always talking about your work, then it may be slightly risky. So you may, and it may be the case that they're just doing their work. Maybe yours is to do it, theirs is to talk about it. But for you to grow, you also need to start picking things from their plate. So you can approach it by saying, I really want to learn how you do these things. Are there some meetings, maybe lower stake meetings, where I could also sort of talk about, give updates about my work? I just want to learn how you do these things. There's nobody you say that to that they'll feel threatened or feel like you want to do their work. They'll be like, oh, by all means, yeah, that's fine. And by the time you do it once, twice, 3 times, they start like, okay, she can do it or he can do it. And there are some meetings they'll just be like, I don't need to attend. You just go and give the updates. Okay? Now, there are meetings that will improve your visibility. Like I said, everything matters. And I'm just trying to draw out a couple of points for you. There are different meetings and different interactions. There are some meetings that are high stake meetings, and there are some meetings that are low stake meetings. Whether high stake or low stake, every time you're interacting with people, you're basically forming an opinion about yourself in their mind. This is where it is tricky. People will form an opinion about you based on their past experiences. It's just human bias. So if they had worked with people on your level, in your role, that have been disappointing, no matter what you're saying to them, and no matter how brilliant you're currently appearing, they will still view you somehow in the lens of that person that had disappointed them before. So where am I going? Is you have to continuously show that you can be trusted. And if you're going to those high stake meetings, my advice to you as a mentor will be that you should prepare very, very well in detail for those meetings. Now, the issue is there are some meetings you attend, you don't even know what you may be asked. But what I personally do is to think about it, step back and step into the shoes of those who will be in the meetings and the kind of questions they may ask me, the kind of documents they may ask for. And I prepare all of those down and we go in and have those conversations. I may not have all the answers, but my preparation always gives me results. Now, for lower stake meetings, I prepare for all my meetings, including meetings with my junior team members, because I respect every single person that I come across. So I prepare for all meetings. Now, the preparation can be as small as, if I'm going to meet my junior team members, it may be from the perspective of providing them with direction, guidance, and coaching to get their work done. So I prepare to do that for them, because they may ask me, so which of these tasks is priority for me right now? So I need to know that answer before I'm attending that, or I need to think up the answer for them right there. Now, for higher stake meetings, you should make sure that you're visible. And you should make sure that there is an opportunity for you to say something that reminds everybody who was in that meeting that you were there. Okay? Again, what is important is you asking for the opportunity that you need. Like when you go for meetings, asking to moderate it, asking to share some things, asking a question, sharing opinions, giving ideas, whatever that is. You must ask for the opportunities that you need for visibility. Everything in your career matters. Okay, so like I said before, perception is reality. Learn to manage it. Okay, I want you to be considerate of the decisions that you make. When you're being told, oh, we're working from the office as a team on a particular day, make sure that you're managing that, especially if you're not going to be there. If you can be there as much as possible, when you attend meetings, remote meetings, put your camera on. It's very important, because that is an aspect for visibility as well. I need you to sit in the driver's seat of your career, and I need you to drive. Okay? I don't want you to just leave things to chance. When emails come in, read your emails and read them on time. Now, I feel like just because I mentor career starters, they may, there is this advice that you see everywhere. Don't read your emails first thing in the morning and all of that and all of that. Do your own thing, have your own plan for the day. Don't let everybody drag you into their thing. Please, that is not for you as a career starter. Especially if your action is dependent on the emails you're getting, then your email is your plan. They're different things. This may work well for senior management, top level guys, C-suite guys. For you, if you're getting emails, please do read your emails. One single email you miss may be catastrophic. It may be like that because something could happen. I'm like, but we sent you an email, like, but I didn't see your email, like, but we sent it to you. But then there could be the back and forth, and there will be that distrust. Like, are you sure she's on top of her thing? I just need you to pay attention because it's the little things that trip us up most times. Okay, so read your emails, it matters. Okay, make sure you're living your truth on a daily basis. Make sure that you've made up your mind that I want to succeed in my career, because that also matters. Where you are in terms of how you've made up your mind in your career, that matters. So you want to think about that. I want to succeed in my career. It is an active decision that needs to be backed up. Okay? I need you to understand how you are evaluated. On what basis are you evaluated? And why this is important is this. If you don't know on what basis you're evaluated on, it will be so difficult for you to work towards being fantastic on those metrics. So you need to know, is it by the amount of the reports I turn in on a monthly basis? Is it on the quality of the results of the reports? So for instance, if there are lesser review comments on my report, month in, month out, then I'm doing well. It could be based on how many sales you bring in, how many customers you bring through the door, and how many transactions you close. It may be on how many people you're able to train and onboard for new projects and new tasks. It can be anything. You just need to know what that is so that you can then tailor every single action towards that. Okay? I need you to build expertise, because also that matters. I need you to build expertise. So this is your career. There is an aspect of it that you love and enjoy so much. Build expertise there. I want you to get to that point where, so for instance, in my own career, for instance, I could break it down into lots and lots of things. There is the people aspects, the coaching guys, the reviewing the work of others. There is the technical aspect. So when there are technical financial reporting standard issues, there is that aspect of the work. There is the managing people, like managing projects, making sure things are done on time. There is that part. I totally enjoy anything that has to do with people and project management. I totally enjoy it. So I make sure that aspect of it, I do the technical, I do it well, but the project management, which I do so effortlessly, I make sure that I thrive there. So you must find one aspect of your work that you like so much and build expertise there. Okay? I need you to find someone in your industry or at work that can basically be your career coach. Someone saying to you that you can go and say, okay, this is by the way, these are the projects I'm handling now. I'm having this difficulty. How do you think I should go with it? You must have a coach that you talk to, because your career is a very important aspect of your life, and you must build it. And you must be intentional about it because it matters. So you need a coach telling you, okay, do this, talk to this person, do that. In my journey, I've always had career coaches, and they have always been fantastic people. And they will tell me, they will help me with issues that I'm having, whatever the case may be. So having a career coach matters. Now, there is something called career sponsor. And your career sponsor is not necessarily your career coach. Your career sponsor is someone who has the reputation to support you for progression. Someone who can say, oh, Ora is doing very well now. I think she's ready to be the vice president. And if they think so and say so, I become it. So they have the influence, or they are the decision makers. You want to onboard. Now, again, this is not the person where you tell your problems. This is just someone that you're telling that this is where you are in your career and you need to progress and you need them to support you. Simple. So but that person has to be really influential, and that person, you need their buying to say, okay, I've always had nice things. And it doesn't have to be someone you've worked with directly, to be fair, depending on how your organization works. It just has to be someone who has that reputation and can make a decision. So you want to onboard them. You want to make sure that you're talking to them about how you want to progress. Okay. Meeting deadlines is so important. It is so critical. Do not miss deadlines. And that is on period. Do not miss deadlines. Now, this is how I do it. I make sure that if you give me the deadline of the 30th of the month, I have my own personal deadline of 5 days before or 3 days before, whatever that is. And I make sure that I meet my own personal deadline, barring anything outside of my control. If you smell it, think it, perceive it, or even dream about the fact that you may miss a deadline, immediately you start having the right conversations with the right people, and you're documenting your proactiveness. You're communicating it that I think we're going to miss this deadline, and I think that may be because of A, B, C, D, E. Make sure you do not miss deadlines, because it's very, very, very important. Okay? Having the right conversation, no matter how difficult it is important, and it matters. So if you feel like there's some things impacting your career, so you want to progress, for instance, or you feel like someone is disrespecting you, or you feel like there's an issue that has come up that you need people to pay attention to, you need to be having the right conversation with the right people. Every single conversation and your interactions with people matter. Okay? Delivering excellence, I've talked about it, matters. As you go along, your ability to deliver excellence matters, and you must continue to own your skills and sharpen them and learn new ones, and make sure that when it comes to you, there is no mediocrity in your work. Okay? Understanding emotional cues. You know when people want to talk to you, when they don't want to talk to you. You know when to be joking, you know when to be serious, you know when people, you understand body language and you can interpret it, and you're not making people irritated. Okay, all of that matters. Okay, investing your time and your money in your career matters. Using your money to buy things that help you grow in your career, like buying courses, buying books that will change the dynamic for you. It does matter. Okay, demanding for the opportunities that you want, asking for it, taking the right steps, having the right conversation, all of that matters. Okay, when you do your feedback, and this is the last one I'm going to say, when you write your feedback or you're expecting feedback from somebody, always stay in control of that process. Write your own self-evaluation, how you have done, all those things that your boss say, oh, good stuff, great stuff, you did well, all those things they've said to you. Write them out and say, I know we're in the review period and you're going to be writing my my review or whatever it is. You're going to be giving my scores and all of that, but I thought you should read this before you go ahead. You must stay in control of it. Attending events, conferences, happy hour, where professionals are gathered, staying around what motivates you to be successful in your career matters. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.